Welcome everybody to today's video, and we have a lot to get into. I saw many content creators on YouTube make videos talking about how they think that WWE is moving way too fast. So today I'm going to make up my mind whether I think that they're going to be moving too fast or if they're just moving in a mellow pace. So we're going to get right into it. We have a lot of PLEs that are overlapping other promotions, and really the only promotion I'm going to be looking at in this video that would be in the way of WWE PLE or WWE PLEs would be AEW. So that's what we're just going to get into. Starting off, ever since WrestleMania, we've had a shortage in time to build storylines for the next PLE. Right after WrestleMania, we saw Backlash being advertised, as well as Worlds Collide. So we're trying to balance two things already. And that's coming right off a hot WrestleMania where we see multiple title changes, and we see the 17-time John Cena. We see Jacob Fatu win the United States title. We see all these other things. And we only have 3 weeks to balance all those things before eventually we get to see Backlash. So, yes, they're trying to build up Backlash as a good PLE, and they cannot just run it straight into the ground, so they're going to try to do the best they can do. We had a 3-week time limit before WrestleMania and Backlash, and during those 3 weeks, it felt like everybody was scrambling. It was to the point we had to bring in Braun Breaker to help Seth Rollins, which I think was a part of the plan the whole time. But still, why did we need to do it? It would have been spaced out a lot more, in my opinion, if we would have just waited. So that was already a big one, in my opinion. It felt very rushed. And then we get to Backlash, and it is Braun Breaker. Well, no. Rewind. It's awesome matches. We see Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. We see all these different matches. But after Backlash, 2 weeks later, we had Saturday Night's Main Event, which was just recently. And that's what set people really off the edge. People was really confused on why we had Saturday Night's Main Event 2 weeks after Backlash, after we're still hot off of PLE. Everybody's wondering still. And it felt like the same thing. It felt like that Saturday Night's Main Event was just a continuation of Backlash. It felt like all these matches from Backlash were getting continued, and we're getting rematches to Saturday Night's Main Event. So half the show felt very redone. We saw the Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre match at Backlash. And then at Saturday Night's Main Event, we saw Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. So it was just continuations of everything. And there is still a constant thing that keeps happening. The main roster is struggling, while NXT is smooth sailing. They're doing completely fine. They had Stand and Deliver, and then they went on to have Battleground Sunday. So they're doing great. But the main thing that I was very concerned about is why they're stacking PLEs on top of AEW PLEs. That's what really set me off the edge. But the reason that I have a hard time liking the main roster right now is because they're trying to compete with AEW too much. And that is not just even the main roster. NXT they've put a PLE, which was NXT Great American Bash. They put that PLE on top of AEW All In. And yes, I know, NXT Great American Bash starts at 2:30 Eastern Time. And AEW All In starts at 3 o'clock or 3:30, whichever one. So, yes, NXT American Bash is going to be coming over All In, and they did it perfectly because, obviously, there would be no PLEs on that week if it wasn't for AEW's All In. So it's pretty obvious why they did it. So the main reason I think that it's just a whole smart business decision by WWE to overlap AEW stuff is because All In is arguably not even arguably, it is the biggest PLE on AEW. It's like the WrestleMania for AEW. And WWE is trying to counter-strike that with an NXT PLE, which is honestly hotter than the main roster PLE at this point. And I would rather NXT Great American Bash than a Saturday Night's Main Event. So I'm really excited. And Great American Bash is looking really good. Obviously no matches announced, but how storylines are going in NXT right now, if we can continue those storylines after Worlds Collide, especially after seeing what happened at Battleground, I think we're going to be in good hands for Great American Bash. But I think the main question out of all of it, whenever NXT overlapped a PLE onto AEW All In, the main reason that I got so mad about it was because we know that the NXT numbers are going to be very down. But it's a smart business decision because they're making the main event most likely overlap at the start of the show of All In. And it's going to make it to where the fans have to really choose whether they want to watch AEW or NXT or whether they want to watch both. And that's going to increase both of the brands' watching hours and everything like that and all the views. But either way, it doesn't affect who sees stuff on social media. After all the shows are over, you're still going to be seeing clips from AEW, and that's nothing that WWE can do about that. But at the end of the day, it's competition between WWE, AEW, TNA. Every promotion under the sun is competition. So it makes perfect sense, and everybody's taking it the wrong way because everybody's blaming WWE for putting PLEs overlapping AEW. But if you had a wrestling promotion and the rivals that you're going against is making a PLE and you put another PLE over it, you wouldn't be mad at it. But AEW's All In is on July 12th. The WWE sees that, puts a match over it. It makes perfect sense. And in my opinion, I think WWE needs to stop trying to overtake AEW. At this point, the wrestlers have made enough statements talking about how they feel that AEW is better, and somehow the fans are liking AEW better right now. So it's very clear that you're not going to stop anybody from watching AEW, and AEW is not going to stop anybody from watching WWE. The only thing they are trying to do is to start stuff between the two brands. And I think that WWE will be ahead of AEW either way. If they put on a horrible PLE, there's still going to be loyal fans like me and like millions of other people that are still going to be watching those PLEs no matter what. So I don't understand what's the battle between AEW and WWE. Yes, it's competition, but why do you need to keep blocking them in their PLEs? It's their biggest show. Let them have it. They didn't put a big show on WrestleMania Day, so why would you do it to them? Obviously, competition, like I said, but I'm excited. Because I know that I'm going to be watching NXT Great American Bash, and I will not watch a single bit of live All In. So I'm just going to accept that for myself because I don't like AEW. I've already said it. There's no particular reason I hate AEW, but it's just I don't watch it. So I like WWE. I'm going to keep watching what I want to watch. And at the end of the day, it don't matter who overlaps who. I'm still going to watch the WWE PLEs and also all the PLEs that WWE superstars are on. So either way, for me personally, and I bet for many other fans as well, this does not matter to us. But for the people who love AEW and NXT, it's hurting them bad because they want to watch both of these PLEs, but it's going to be physically impossible unless you have two TVs side by side. And that's something that not a lot of people are going to be able to do. So it's going to be a hard night on July 12th for wrestling fans that like every brand under the sun. I used to be like y'all. I used to watch every brand. And then I singled it down to WWE because I'm realizing that every time I watch another brand, I do not care about what the storyline is. It takes you a hot couple of months for you to understand the storylines. So the whole thing about this is, the whole reason why I made this was to tell y'all that they overlapped NXT American Bash over AEW All In. And I just think they're moving a bit too fast. I think we're moving too fast in PLEs, and we're trying to overlap AEW. And I just think the competition needs to just chill down just a little bit. AEW and WWE are throwing constant shots at each other every day, and I just think it needs to stop at this point. I don't even think it's worth it no more. I think everybody knows that you like what you like, you're going to watch what you want to watch, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So I think that all this is a bit dumb, but I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And that was my little ramble on what I think about AEW and them overlapping PLEs and everything. So hope y'all enjoyed this. But without further ado, I thank everybody that's in the live stream right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's CZV_wrestling_2309 on Twitch. So you can get these videos pretty soon. So you'll be seeing these videos a lot sooner than you would on YouTube. So go check it out on the Twitch, and also I stream it on YouTube. But without further ado, I will see y'all boys in the next one.